Hi, I'm Patrick Moran. I'm coming to you from the Nanny J. Lee Center in Old Town Alexandria. Now, we are here today because we watched the registrar's office poll the names to determine the order in which candidates would show up on the ballot in this upcoming Democratic primary, which is on June 8th, and then early voting starting as soon as April 23rd. But that wasn't our sole focus. We were also multitasking and listening in on the Eisenhower Partnership's very thoughtful conversation with our city manager, Jinks. That was a fascinating conversation, and really it illuminated a lot of issues that our city staff is currently working on that don't always make it into the headlines. The fact that our city has invested an enormous amount in COVID relief is something that is oftentimes lost. As we sit, we look, we see opportunities where there could be more investment. We see opportunities where things could be better. The reality is that we are still in a pandemic. And ensuring that the logistics, the investments, the staff, the resources are front and center has required many of our Alexandria City staff members to refocus what otherwise would be their efforts to ensure that our COVID response is the best it possibly can be. Now, that's a credit not only to city staff, but also a community that has come together. The Medical Reserve Corps, MRC, in conjunction with the Virginia Department of Health, in conjunction with the fire department and police, everybody's come together to ensure that our rollout of vaccines is as efficient as it possibly can be. Now, is it perfect? No. And is it a situation where everybody is able to get a vaccine when they want it? Unfortunately not. There are supply constraints that have to be faced, but ultimately ensuring that when we get vaccine, we're able to distribute it as quickly as possible has been a centered focus of our city staff, and one in which we ought to be proud of as Alexandrians. Now, at the same time, and as we look to the future, we have to understand too that we have major opportunities ahead of us in terms of infrastructure investment. The federal government has taken action to infuse into our community many millions of dollars. Now, in a city government, in a city that is growing and is as dynamic as Alexandria is, those millions go fast. But we must ensure that those investments ultimately contribute to infrastructure that is a priority of quality life. That's addressing the drainage issues. That's investing in the schools, ensuring that our capacity is met as our city continues to grow. I was heartened to see the investment in technology. Pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, there's been a huge amount of remote work and infrastructure in communications, bringing broadband to Alexandria and ensuring that our city staff is able to utilize it. We have to make sure that we do not leave anybody behind in that regard, though, and we have to make sure that as a community, we are also able to access that fiber, access that broadband, and incorporate smart city technologies that ultimately are going to define quality of life for our future. Those are the types of things that we've been working on this month. These are the types of research that I've been doing so that not only can I just listen to what folks have to say, empathize with pain and frustration, but ultimately find a solution together that we can work towards to achieve a brighter future. I look forward to continuing that conversation, and I look forward to seeing you early voting in April 23rd and on the primary election day, June 8th, and knock on wood, after that as well. Thank you.